This is part of living the pagan life. Um, Being pagan, you never stop learning. So I figured, what better way to teach than to do it during a living the pagan life video. What you see before you here, even though it's a little blurry, you actually see my whiteboard, and I've got it broken down into the four elements, and in front of those, I actually have representations of each. So, since air is in the east, we'll start with air first. A lot of people know air as really being about thought before action. They also attribute it to being associated with the east, with the morning, spring, youth, breathing, the sense of smell. And as you can see in front, I have incense. Colors that are attributed to air are usually yellow or like a very pale or pastel blue. Sylphs are also associated with air, as they are actually classified as air elementals. So, really, really just some of the great ways to incorporate air into your daily life is obviously look outside. There's breeze blowing outside at the moment. I know my camera's kind of blurry at the moment. Sorry about that. But not a whole lot I can do about it because my camera wants to be retarded today. Moving on, we also have the salamanders. Salamanders aren't meant to be confused with the actual little lizards that run around outside. Salamanders are actually the fire elementals, if I could speak. And fire is usually attributed to passion and enthusiasm, as well as sight, a person's heartbeat, the direction south, summer, afternoon, adulthood, and is usually attributed to the passion behind action. Usually the candle, if you're going to use one, is red or orange, but really any candle works. One of the other things that I have here to show you guys an example of fire is actually an amethyst crystal. Even though, yes, it is a crystal, it is earth, it's also a fire crystal. Each crystal really actually does have an element associated to it. And I'll get to the whole point behind this video at the end. You also have your undines, or the water elementals. Okay, so obviously water is going to be the next one that we cover really quickly. Obviously water is west. The color is usually blue. And of course emotions. Everybody attributes water to emotions. It also attributes to the taste, what you taste. It's also attributed to the person's blood that runs through our body. It's attributed to evening, the autumn or fall, middle age, and it's really the emotions that come before, during, and after action, or the actual emotional involvement before you make an action. And of course, you got water. I've got a seashell here with a blue candle in it to show you water. Gnomes come next, which is earth. Now, if you haven't figured this out, I'm actually doing these in order, the way that if you're actually summoning these elements, this is the way that you do them in. Earth is always last. Earth is really all about the physical. It's touch, north. It's the night. It's winter. It's death and rebirth. It's usually attributed, and actually shown with stones or actual bowls of dirt or salt. It's candle colors, or any color really that's attributed to it, would either be brown or black or green. As you can see here, I have a green candle surrounded by stones, as well as a chunk of petrified wood and some herb. Earth is all about the actual action after thought has taken place. Now, one of the whole reasons why I actually made this video today is actually because I have an assignment for you. I've already done this, I've gone through the steps, and now I wanted to pass this on to everybody else who watches this video. What I want everybody to do is actually go outside and at work with one element at a time. Don't try to get all crazy and do all four elements because it's not fun to do all four at once. Um, but work with each element individually. For the air, take time, go outside, and really indulge yourself and feel the breeze blowing. Um, with fire, sit outside on a really sunny day. Make sure you wear sunblock if you're going to do that in the direct sun. You want to feel the sun on your body. With water, you can either do this one inside or outside, depending on what you want to do and what the weather allows. There's two things that you can do, actually three things if you want to get technical. What you can do with water is go outside and really feel the water when it's raining. Or if you live close to a beach or a pond or something that's safe for you to go swimming in, go and completely submerge yourself, surround yourself with water completely, and really feel the water and the energy that comes with it. Alternatively, you can do this in the bathtub. Um, and for Earth I think was really fun. Lay in a shady spot and really feel the earth beneath you. Or another alternative is that you can actually dig a hole in a garden. Make sure that you have permission to dig a hole in the garden, please. It's not fun to come home and find a huge hole in your garden. It's not good. Be polite. But really feel the earth. Stick your hands in there, stick your feet in the hole, whatever you need to do to really get close to the element of earth. You know, um, it's a fantastic feeling. And the other thing too is that as I was going through these, I was telling you guys the different senses. Um, every single one of them is attributed to a sense in the body, which means that we are literally comprised of these actual elements, and balancing these elements within ourselves is really one of the key things that if you're going to learn magic, what you need to do. Um, if you're overly emotional, you're not going to put as much thought or as much passion behind the spell that you're trying to create. Or if you're overran by the element of earth within you, you may be too cool and too unconnected to the surrounding things that are going on to put enough passion behind it. If you're all about thought, you'll never have the action actually come into play. So really spend some time and meditate with each of the elements. Figure out which ones are out of balance compared to the ones that are kind of in balance, and start writing all this stuff down. Keep a track of all this stuff. You know, those who really want to live a pagan lifestyle, these are some of the basic things that, a lot of pagans do. Um, a whole lot of them may not explain this as thoroughly sometimes as what I might, but these are really great ideas, and they're the basic grounding that we need in order to make magic actually happen. Um, I've got a couple other videos that I'm planning on making very soon that actually deal with invoctions and banishings and dismissals and things of that nature with these elements. Um, the elements are key. They really are. Spirit is a big influencer as well, and I'll be talking about that later on in a different video. But guys, really focus on these four elements. These four elements are just about everything there is to magic. Their energies really force their way into our lives, whether we realize it or not. They are to be respected, and they really need to be understood, not only as an element in and of itself, but how it actually incorporates itself into our daily lives. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Lady Silver Vixen. Blessed be.